schedule maintenance of diesel loco, diesel POH shop. A large percentage of mechanical failures are caused by improper fitment, good maintenance, lack of cleanliness, good maintenance, lack of knowledge, training and education, lack of motivation, training and education, poor material quality, maximum involvement of laboratory during material inspection, design problem, study of drawing, poor maintenance, good maintenance. Maintenance person should know basic knowledge of diesel and schedule maintenance, fundamentals of components, basic circuits of systems and their working, tools and tackles, M and P's, basic knowledge of store, organization of diesel shed, senior DME, diesel, SSE G, SSE M, DME D, SED, AMED, JED, MCM, DFI, DF2, DF2, AME, TR, JEE, MCM, EF1, EF2, EF2, KH, ACMTD, CMS1, CMS2, CMAI, CMA2, AMMD, DMS1, DMS2, DMS3, OS, clerks, ALF, shunters. Types of maintenance. There are two types of maintenance. Breakdown maintenance. It is done whenever DC loco became breakdown. Preventive maintenance. It is done at regular specified time and parts to be replaced before failures. Preventive maintenance object to secure best possible availability and maximum reliability in service. Scheduled maintenance at regular specified interval and replacement of components before they actually fail in service. Aimed at synchronization of attention to all related components to keep manpower and engine days lost to the minimum. Basis time, kilometer and engine hour. Time basis is employed for DC loco basically for simplicity. Time involved between schedules being adjusted according to utilization of the locomotive. Frequently of scheduled maintenance. Minor schedule trip T 20 bar 40 days. Monthly 60 days. Medium schedule after 4 months. Quarterly M4, M8, M16, M20. Half yearly M12 after 1 year. Major schedule M24, M48, M72 after 24 months. POH periodic overhauling M96 8 years. IOH intermediate overhauling. SR special repair time not fixed. RB rebuilding after 16 years. Schedule attention. Schedule code periodicity old equivalent schedule for reference T20 20 days trip T1, T40 40 days trip T2, M2 60 days first monthly, T20 80 days trip T1, T40 100 days trip T2, M4 4 months first quarterly, M8 8 months second quarterly, M12 12 months first half yearly, M16 16 months third quarterly, M20 20 months fourth quarterly, M24 24 months first yearly, M48 48 months 3 yearly, M72 72 months second yearly, M96 96 months POH. Preventive maintenance. Authorization. Schedule of attention of various items and the frequency of attention will be issued by RDSO. CME is authorized to change with immediate effect. Final adoption of changes will be decided in DMG. IOH intermediate overhauling. The locos which have already completed their codal life but not condemned and in working condition. This schedule is done. Basically, M48 schedule items are attended during this inspection. Special repair. Major out of course repairs due to accident or otherwise separate estimate bar PU. Unit exchange. Defective unit or assembly or sub-assembly is replaced by good ones kept ready for use in a pool. Defective one is then repaired or overhauled and kept in the pool. Procedure is same during scheduled maintenance. Spares available should be as per loco holding. Recommendations of maintenance manual. White manual may be a guideline. Calculation, an alternative approach. Unit exchange. Unit exchange equal to working days required for OVH minus days available for OVH total multiplied with days between successive arrival of loco. Manpower planning trip. Scheduling time 4 hours. Portion portion manpower 1 plus 1. Portion U bar C manpower 1 plus 1. Monthly scheduling time 8 hours. 1 plus 1. LOS 1 plus 1. AB 1 plus 1. U bar C 1 plus 1. Schedule timing M4 2 days about, M12 5 days about, M24 15 days about, M48 16 days about, M96 23 days about, SR not specified. Engine room. Important schedule activities. Inspection, valve lever, etc. M2. Blow by, tappet clearance, injection testing, and nozzle OVH and FIP phasing M4. Inspection of crankshaft, split gear, OST OVH, load box test M12. OVH of P bar pack, renewal of liner, piston rings, M bar bearings, OVH of FIP, injection, checking of thrust and deflection of crankshaft M24, OVH and testing of GOV M48. Fuel, charge, air and lube oil system. FOS, important schedule activities. Changing of fuel filter element T40 bar 80, injector test and OVH, FIP timing M4, OVH and calibration of FIP M24, OVH and testing of REL and REG valve M12. Charge air system, important schedule activities. Inspection of leakages and telltale hole checking of A bar cooler T20. Changing of turbo filter element T bar 60 bar 80. Turbo overhauling M12 24 48 depending on type of turbo. Lube oil system, important schedule activities. Lab test of lube oil T20. Cleaning of centrifugal cleaner M2. Changing of filter element M4 or M8 without or with centrifugal cleaner. OVH or testing of valves. REL, REG or bypass M12. Water cooling system, important schedule activities. Clean radiator by air blowing. Sample test coolant in lab. Check telltale hole and any other leakage T20. OVH of water pump M12. Cleaning and testing of radiator M24. Cooling down time CDT 85 degrees centigrade to 65 degrees centigrade in 3 minutes. Schedule activities of bogie and suspension. Exam buffer and cattle guard. Safety brackets of bogie and visual checking of cracks on bogie T20 but 40. Top up of oil in center pivot and side barrier. Check up freeness of equalizing pin by mild tapping T20 bar 40. Exam bogie for crack, pin wear, brake gear, CBC, buffer, slack adjuster and lubricate if necessary M2. Visually exam wheel profile for crack, wear, flat and skidding mark M2. Inspect and maintain wheel profile by turning M4. Inspection of bogie and suspension, bearing clearance M4. Ultrasonic testing of axles M12. Inspection of HYD dampers, hydraulic dampers M24. Exam axle box bearings and turn by 90 degrees M24. Wheel profile turning. Reprofiling should be done when flank wear reaches 3 mm, root flank wear reaches 6 mm, or tread wear reaches 6.5 mm, or when there is any wheel defect like fat, spalling, shelling. Diameter of wheels should not vary more than A. 2.5 mm on the same axle. B. 8 mm on the same bogie. C. 25 mm on the same locomotive during service. While replacing with new wheels or reprofiling, the dia should not vary more than 1. 0.5 mm on the same axle, 2. 2 mm on the same bogie, 15 mm on the same locomotive. Wheels should be scrapped after 76 mm on the wheel dia has been removed or when the rim thickness has decreased to 25 mm. For details, refer MP-MI 71/78 revised in 1992. Testing of brake system. System pressure. MR pressure 10 plus or minus 1 kg per centimeter. Auxiliary pressure 6 plus or minus 1 kg per centimeter. Limiting valve pressure BC 2.5 kg per centimeter square. BP pressure 5 kg per centimeter. FP pressure 6 kg per centimeter. Initial charging from 0 to 10 kg. CMAT idle 6 minutes. 6 CD 4 EC bar 3 minutes with 6 CD 3 UC. Charging from 8 to 10 kg for CMAT idle 60 seconds for 6 CD 4 U, 35 seconds for 6 CD 3 UC. BPFP leakage 0.7 kg per centimeter for 5 minutes. MR leakage with 9 A9 in emergency 0.5 kg per centimeter for 3 minutes. MR leakage with INDBR on 0.6 kg per centimeter bar 3 minutes. Infrastructure. Senior DME office, SSE office, diesel booking, tool room, main store, SSE store, fueling point, LO supply plant, machine shop, inspection pits, platforms, assembly testing facilities, raw and drinking water supply, water tank, firefighting equipments, DM plant, electric substation, DG set, washing pit, drainage system, wheel turning cranes, OVH section, welding equipments, machinery and plants, OHE and pillar cranes, fork lifter, platform, lathe machine, trolley vehicles, trucks, power hacksaw, pit wheel lathe, PG governor test stand, expressor test stand, hydraulic pullers, FIP and nozzle test stand, main BRG power wrench, cylindrical cylinder HD torque wrench, TSC rotor balancing machine, compressor, load box plant, sand drying plant, boiler, expressor valve lapping, MBAR-C, cylindrical hydraulical valve cutting, MBAR-C, electrical test room. Home shed undertakes all repair work and schedule maintenance attention except POH and rebuilding proper layout and facility. Infrastructure and staff strength should be as per holding maintenance manual, that is white manual, can be considered as guideline. Provision of special tools, provision of general purpose tools, preferably with all technicians. Adequate machinery and plants. Adequate supply of spares. Overstocking should be avoided. Maximum stock items should be stocked for 12 months for A and B category items and 24 to 36 months for C category items having no shelf life. Tools and tackles. Minor schedule section. Vacuum gauge, orifice gadget, bar handle, LOP gadget, BP orifice gadget, stopwatch, temperature gauge, fitter toolbox. Medium schedule section. Bar handle, blow by gadget, cylindrical hydraulical and piston lifting tackle, toolbox. Major schedule section. Bar handle, blow by gadget, cylindrical hydraulical and piston lifting tackle, toolbox, piston stand, TSC stand, nozzle and HP line stand. Daily outage. H equal to X plus Y by 0.9 total divided by 0.9. H holding, X pass outage, Y goods outage. 10% ineffective percentage on all locos. 10% repair allowance on goods loco. Loco undergoing special repair and rebuilding are excluded for calculation. Diesel shed size and location. Operating requirements preferably at a train examination or crew changing point. Consideration to future change in mode of traction. Desirable size to home between 80 to 100 locos. Attention gets diffused if it is more than 100 and fails if more than 120. 80 to 100 homing shed is justifies installation. All necessary machines, equipments and instruments should be nearer at any industrial developed town. Availability of components and repair facility. Provision of good communication facility. Good law or order situation due to large concentration of basic features of shed layout. Unidirectional movement of locos is preferable. Separate entrance and exit points to avoid bottleneck. Skipping stage of servicing should not hamper flow of other locos. 25% to 30% covered accommodation of the homed fleet. 50% of holding yard space. Each service line to accommodate 3 locos. Separate work area for servicing, light maintenance and heavy repairs. Separate earmarked lines for scheduled repair and out of course repair attention. Sequence of repair operation: cleaning and washing of undergearing and body, sanding, fueling, inspection and topping of lube oil and cooling water, repair and schedule attention, departure. Servicing facility: washing and cleaning, concrete washing apron and pit with good drainage outside the shed building at entry point, adequate supply of water, effluent treatment facility, automatic mechanized sprayer and washer with provision of manual cleaning with long handled brush, provision of cleaning solution spray, provision of high pressure water jet, provision of boiler for giving steam jet. Servicing facility: sanding, undercover sand storing facility with drying arrangement, proper sieving to avoid choking of sander mechanism, mechanized sanding arrangement. Sanding point should be away from fueling point. Sand should conform to IRS specification Z966. Shed construction: 3 level 4 rail at floor level. Depressed area outside the rail is kept lower to facilitate bogie undergear attention. Pit level between rails is still lower for proper undergear traction motor inspection. Platform at a loco floor level for attention to the loco components. Provision of convenient ramps, steps with non-skidding type edges to connect all the 3 working levels and the shed floor. Shed construction: flooring should be easily washable. Hard top concrete flooring to withstand abrasion from handling of heavy components. Special reinforcement flooring in the heavy lifting base. Extra reinforcement in the locations of lifting jacks. Provision of divided strips not exceeding 2 meters, rectangles to minimize cracking of floors. Pits should have convex flooring with efficient drainage. Steel arrangement consisting of steel beam on stub column for supporting track in the pits help getting better illumination and ventilation. Platform edges can be suitably raised to provide a rim to prevent tools and materials from rolling off and reducing possibility of men slipping at the edge. Approximately 30 meters beyond covered area should be paved to minimize dust in working area. Uniform roof height is preferred for dispersion of natural light. Translucent corrugated sheet to be arranged in pepper pot form. Exhaust fans to be suitably provided to remove smoke and fumes. All large openings to be provided with rolling shutters. Provision of shed extension should be kept in mind. Lifting and material handling facilities. Overhead cranes of suitable capacity to be provided serve heavy repair area, free floor space, a part of the machine shop and stores. Capacity should be sufficient to lift the heaviest single component or assembly. Crane need not lift complete loco singly but capable of lifting one end of loco to run out one bogie from under it. Heavy duty electrically operated lifting jacks to be provided in heavy repair area for lifting the loco. Floor operated tram beam cranes to be provided in work area to minimize overhead crane involvement. Forklifts, lifters, hand carts and trolleys should be used for movement of components. Record keeping. All scheduled maintenance done by the shed must be to be recorded for entry in the history book of each and every loco of diesel shed. There are printed forms of all schedules available in the shed. Trip T, monthly M, quarterly M4, half yearly M12, yearly M24, 2 yearly M48, 3 yearly M72. Schedule form must be filled up by supervisor in time. Driver repair book and history book must be studied before schedule. B line register and safety register, all columns must be filled up. Thank you.